social media. We got a new post out on the Digital Hill blog, and you can find that just by going to the resource section or the blog on our digitalhill.com site. And it's going to be the top post there. But let's just talk about a little bit of the background first. Again, I think most businesses today already understand that people are using social media. And so social media is a place where you can intersect with, have fans, have followers, and it's important to be represented there for your brand image to be where people are. That's where they're at. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, they're on Instagram, they're on YouTube, whatever. They're spending time there. And so for you to be able to intersect there is important. Number one, just so they can find you there. If they're searching for that, some people, they're going to go into their go-to mode and they might search you on Facebook if they want to send you a message or check, that type of thing out, and you become a fan, and then they can maybe see some of your content if you're targeting them with ads. All those types of pieces, come down into that. So it's a place that kind of showcases, because you think about what happened in 2020 with the pandemic. So maybe there was time periods where retail stores were closed, or there was not the ability to go to trade shows in the B2B world. So does that mean, less brand recognition, less brand interaction? People couldn't go to you at a trade show. They couldn't come to your store. So where could they go? They could go to your website. Yes, they can find you there, and that's totally important and critical. And you got to have your website optimized. You got to have, your content there, explain who you are, and some items on there that showcase about kind of why you are the way you are, what makes you different, what is your expertise, and again, where people at, they're also on social media, and so you want to find that's a way. When people can't, physically go to a trade show, can't go to a retail store, they're spending more time on those platforms. How are you represented there? So let's just take a step back and take a look at, what you're doing there. Number one, where are they spending time? So you need to know the demographics of your audience. Okay, if your audience, if they're, well, let's go. TikTok has been on a major growth curve. However, it is geared towards that teen, early 20-something crowd as the massive platform where they're spending time. If you're B2B, that doesn't make sense, right? For any of that. So you don't need to worry about that one. That's give you permission to not need to be there if that doesn't fit. However, if you're B2B and they want to do some product research, maybe they're going to be searching Google and they can find a YouTube video through that. And so a YouTube channel can be important for you, and some videos there on product demo, product setup, product experiences, demonstrations, all those kind of things can be valuable. So meet them where they are. You don't need to be everywhere. You need to be where your customers are. And so taking a look at that age demographic and understanding social media and demographics within that, you can spend the best time in the right places. Okay. And again, maybe, LinkedIn, top business professional social network. Okay. So if that's where your clients we're going to spend some time, they know that they're going to be on LinkedIn, then maybe you should be upping your game on LinkedIn, exploring some of the new possibilities on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has kind of like a story feature. That you can apply to do live video on LinkedIn on your brand page. So there's things like that. Meet them where they're at. Find ways to incorporate your brand logo in some of your things. So in a video, at the beginning or at the end, at least, with a call to action that says contact you. At the end of that video, have a logo piece in there, and encourage them to follow you, to subscribe. YouTube channel to subscribe. Facebook, to become a fan, follow you on that one. Instagram to follow, those type of things, so that they have an opportunity to potentially get your content in the future, right? And the way that your brand can help that then is if you post something and somebody comments, you comment back to engage with them, to say, hey, thanks for sharing, or, hey, thanks for sharing. We also we do this, Don't do hard selling, but be helpful. Be helpful there. but engage. I think that's just one of the simple tips that I see brands miss is they put some time into getting some content out there. Then somebody says something, hey, this is great, or hey, this is a question, and then they don't respond. That's the worst thing you can do. You want to respond to the comments and find a way to showcase who you are, your style, your helpfulness in that regard. And now I mentioned having good content, and so nothing is more important on your social media networks than finding ways to have some good content. And you can do that in a variety of ways. I always like to say, start with your content on your website. And we always talk about the importance of resource-rich content that is blog posts. Just like this blog post that I have out here. So what am I doing now? I'm creating a piece of content that refers to that piece of content, which I'm going to have a link in the comments after this, so you can go immediately to that blog post. So I'm starting with a piece that's going to reside out there on the web forever on our website, and then I'm using social media to talk about that. So this is going to be the first, okay? But then we're going to also do it in a post. We'll talk about that one again, so that we're finding multiple ways to bring out key points in a piece of content that can offer help and value to the audience that is our community. And I already talked about the importance of engagement, but that's critical. And so one of the things that's been valuable for us in the past, was it maybe a year and a half that we've been doing this, maybe it's heading on 2 years now, was that we added chat to our website. Now that's not a social media network, but it is social, and you'd be surprised how many people will prefer to put a message in chat rather than fill out a contact form, rather than call. They prefer the chat. So that's a trend that we were seeing. So we wanted to add it to our website. While it's not a social media network, on our website, it has that same function of allowing some engagement. We try to respond to those and get them an answer, quickly. Where it does take places on social media, on Facebook, we'll get a message or a comment. On Instagram, we might get a direct message, those type of things. And so being able to respond to those, communication, response is important to show that you care, that you want to offer value. And that can be a competitive advantage to simply respond. It's amazing how many people don't out there. And then, you have those things going. You want to take a look at the bottom line. Is you doing some measurements on those things? Are you able to, once someone actually is ready to become a customer, are you kind of checking that out? Hey, how'd you find out about us? Oh, we followed you. We did this first on Facebook, or that type of thing. Are you measuring some of those pieces so that you kind of know what is working, what is getting some traction, where are people coming to you from? Are those posts getting traction, and those type of things? So that's all, just some tips to reflect on, think about with your social media, and to grow your brand, to get it out there, particularly in this, COVID time, where we've learned that some physical things can be shut down, some events can be shut down. People are going to do it online. How can we be represented online and connect with people there? You got to do it with your website, but you can do it with the social media channels where your audience is going to spend time. So that's what I want to cover today. This is Mike with a Live with Mike. Over and out. Take care. And again, look at the comments, because that's where this blog post is going to be.